Jochen Magere and John Aguirre also have an advantage. Riding for Euskatelli Stadi. A game of just now having to mark Henok Mulubrand. Just the 8-second margin separating the two bike riders, and maybe today Henok Mulubrand suggesting possibly he still has the best legs with 2 days to go. And so the chasers looking to bridge the gap up here. And probably will get there. And the group in front looks a little bit more pedestrian, a little bit more laboured, and there's sometimes the danger when you do have a larger group of, say, more than 6 riders. It can just get a little bit disorganised. It can start just looking at each other. At some point they'll probably wave the white flag and go, you know what, we're not going to shut that 44-second gap down to our leaders. And so 8.6 to go. Sitting speeds well above 50 kilometres an hour. In fact, I can tell you that the average speed today so far through 220 odd kilometres has been 43.3 kilometres. Prior to the climb up the Luhao Yako mountain, the average speed through the first 180 kilometres of this race was around about 48 kilometres an hour. So I've had a pretty good tailwind behind them most of the day. So what is going through the mind here of Henok Mulubrand? There he is in the colours as the continental champion of Africa. How will he work with this man here in terms of trying to grab the stage victory and trying to just cut the time down on GC? We are talking about Martin Lopez. So just to confirm, there is an 8-second gap between our race leader, Guillermo Silva, and Henok Mulubrand. Well, just when I thought that the chasers might catch the second group on the road, the second group looks like they have got themselves a little bit more organised. So everybody is going to have to buy in here and then rely on the group ahead to just start looking at each other a little bit more. So Guillermo Silva, well, if he could snatch the stage victory today, he'll be pretty hard to beat with 2 stages to go. If he can extend that time over Henok Mulubrand, we know just how good he is. He is technically in the green jersey. He heads that division of this race. Really nice shot here of John Aguirre. Challenging for that King of the Mountains jersey that currently sits on the shoulders of Simon Pelot of Leaning Star, the Chinese trade team. 2 days ago, Simon Pelot, well, he picked up maximum points across the 3 King of the Mountain category climbs. So Edison Casillas there for Petrolike. Wouldn't it be amazing if they could pick up a second stage victory 2 days in a row? Very much a climber. There's not a rider who's recognised as a sprinter. So 32 seconds, the chasing group. Big crowd waits at the finish line. It's a slight uphill sprint. This is the 3rd group on the road. 2nd group ahead of them. And then our race leaders. .75 there for Equipo Kern Pharma. Zibay Azania, one of the Spanish rider, Azania. he is a climber. He's had 2 6th-place finishes at the National Championships of Spain in the individual time trial, 15th in the actual road race last year. Born in Pamplona. But now we see Jochen Magere on the front, and coming through to take a turn then is John Aguirre. Now Guillermo Silva looking to try and just sit there on the wheel of Henok Mulubran. They can sense the victory, or the finish line is not far away, as they do now start to come into this stunning little town of Gongji. Alex Tolio, the VF's Bardiani in that group as well. But you do sense the sprint should come down to Henok Mulubran and Guillermo Silva. The big question is, what part does Martin Lopez from Astana play in regards to setting this stage victory up for Henok Mulubran and the team from Astana? Can they somehow isolate him? 2.3 kilometres to go. It's about to get real. There is about to be some serious hurt go on. Now they'll start to possibly look at each other just a little bit. There's Aguirre there in the orange 1-1, and now coming through, Magere. Henok Mulubran just sitting back a little bit. He wants to jump. He doesn't want to lead out. He wants to be sitting behind Guillermo Silva. He wants to pounce. He wants Guillermo Silva in the yellow to look over, wonder where he is. They're doing a nice job here, just marking the man in yellow. And now you can just start to see the other man from Astana, Martin Lopez, looking to just drop back. They'll swing around. Henok Mulubran sitting on the back. They've got Silva exactly where they want him at the moment. Now Guillermo Silva. He's got to be careful here because Henok Mulubran could potentially jump him. Looking to just drop back is Silva in yellow. Who picks up stage 6 and what has been a remarkable stage. Started with a small peloton, a large peloton, we are down to 7. Such has been the brutality of that final climb. And now we do see Martin Lopez from Astana. Uskastelli start to come through. Henok Mulubran. Now Guillermo Silva starts to look around. Silva sits there on the world of Magere. And there goes Lopez from Astana. He'll want to try and drag Henok Mulubran. Mulubran, the African Continental Champion. And we do see the big attack though. It is coming from Alex Cholio from VS Bardiani. It's a long stretch through to the finish line. Here comes Henok Mulubran. Guillermo Silva sits on his wheel. Henok Mulubran, Silva, can he round the outside? Henok Mulubran will take the stage victory. Guillermo Silva, second. He'll pull back another 2 seconds, but he'll win the stage, and look what it means to him. What a race, what a performance from the African Continental Champion, the man from Eritrea. Henok Mulubran, who won this race 2 years ago, was 4th last year, takes 2 seconds back. And heading into stage 7 tomorrow, it'll be just a 6-second gap between these 2 street fighters, between these 2 remarkable athletes. Guillermo Silva in the yellow, Henok Mulubran from Astana, who got plenty of support today from Martin Lopez. What a race. So close to winning stage 5 yesterday. Couldn't quite get it done by the smallest of margins. But today it's his. Really nice too to see the remainder of the team coming across there. Florian Kajamini, number 4 for Astana. Oh, that is wonderful bike riding. Santiago Umba there also joining in it. And look at the wonderful, wonderful camaraderie there between first and second, between these two great athletes. The road racing champion of Uruguay, the race leader Guillermo Silva, the African continental champion in Henoch Mulubran, just acknowledging each other. Settle back, folks, tomorrow, because stage 7, we do it all again, as these two street fighters will go toe-to-toe. We have a look at it one more time. And you could just have a look here, the first launch coming. It came from Alex Cholio of VS Group Bardiani. Immediately jumping on him was John Aguirre. And then we just saw Henoch Mulubran just launch off the back wheel of his teammate Martin Lopez. Just too strong, too fast, too good for Guillermo Silva. And will they potentially give him another second? The gap between the two, still significant. Stage victory the way of Astana. Just under 5 hours. 232 kilometres. 185 kilometres of hope. 47 kilometres of truth. Well, national hero back in his home country of Eritrea. One more final look at it. I'll tell you what, stage 7 tomorrow for Gongji to Haiyan. 137 kilometres. First 40 kilometres is uphill. It will be the defining stage, potentially, in this tour. And you've got to say that this man here probably looked the most comfortable with his head above the clouds today. Look at the celebration. That is superb. See Savraday there in the blue jersey, leading the leading nation rider, coming across the line there in the background previously. So another good performance from him. Absolutely just did the damage, Henoch Mulubran, on that climb today up the Luhal Yako climb. He just absolutely decimated the peloton. Put some time between himself and Guillermo Silva and just took the legs away from him. Just have a look at the sprint here. It basically just rides him off his wheel. Such is the absolute strength of this wonderful rider out of Africa from Eritrea. Got the hurt face on. Some people call it the war face, the ugly face. And then suddenly, it's just pure elation. And that is very much the smiling face. And Martin Lopez, delighted that he's managed to get his man across the line. The Astana team pick up valuable points to ensure that they stay at a World Tour level, but more importantly, pick up a stage victory on a big, big stage. This was a really nice moment between these two athletes. He is a quality human being, isn't he? Guillermo Silva, the road racing champion of Uruguay. Man riding for Caja Rural. As we look back over the Qinghai province, the Qinghai Lake in the background, that is the final result of the stage. Henoch Mulubran, Guillermo Silva, Martin Lopez, and John Aguirre. They are our top 4 Lino Clement rounding out our top 10. Really good performance today from Joachim Nagerde. Also, Luis Costello starting. Alex Cholio, who led the sprint out, finishing in 6th. And Alejandro Callejas Santos. Really good ride from him, from the Petro-like team. What a day they had yesterday. I hope you've enjoyed coverage of Stage 6. More to come. Stage 7 tomorrow. One of the highest altitude stage races in the world. We'll take you back through some of the highlights, and we look forward to having your company.